and you're going to shine like a star during this math lesson today. So we are learning to estimate quotients with two-digit divisors. Pause the video and write down the WALT right now. So the word problem says Daniel Martinez in 5D has been creating Kingdom Hearts action figures to sell around the holiday time. I don't really know if Kingdom Hearts action figures are a thing, but I thought it was something that he liked, so I went with it. In order to make a profit, he needs to sell all 75 action figures he has created for $159. About how much money does each action figure need to sell for? So what are we doing right now? We're estimating. I'm going to look at the actual problem and write that down first, so then I can maybe figure out some compatible numbers. But not only are we estimating, we're also dividing, because I'm taking the whole amount of money that he needs to make, and I'm trying to figure out how much each action figure needs to sell for. So when I'm looking at these numbers, I'm trying to think about numbers that are compatible. Well, this is very close to 160, so that's where my brain goes right away. So I'm going to make this 160 because I know that I then can make this 80. It even rounds up to 80. And 160 and 80 are compatible because 16 divided by 8 is 2. And then I look at my zeros, and we talked about this the other day. Because there's a 0 here and a 0 here, they actually cancel. So my estimate is simply 2. 2 what? $2. Each action figure needs to sell for about $2. Next one, just so you can see it again. Again, looking to find compatible numbers for an estimate. I have 1,784 divided by 64 here. So what I could do is I'm looking for things that are compatible, and it's funny because this is very similar. This one to me rounds up to about 1,800, and this one can round to 60. And I know those are compatible because of 18 and 6. So 18,000 divided by 60. I want you to pause the video now and try this one before moving forward. So, thinking about even our last problem, it was different because of the zeros, but first I'll do 18 divided by 6. And I know that's 3. And then I'm looking at my zeros and I'm saying, okay, I know I have 1 0 here, 1 0 here, or 2 here, but these can cancel. And then I have 1 left, so there still needs to be 1 in my answer. And I can also look at this just to check myself and say, what is 60 times 30? To make sure, okay, well that's 18. 2 zeros in the problem. 2 zeros in the answer. So yes, this would be a good estimate and the correct math. I want you to try one more. We're going to go to. So this problem, I'm going to ask you to try, and then I'll pause then I want you to pause the video. It's going to be 2,740 divided by 67. Okay, so I'm looking at this, I think 27 in my mind, but this is a little bit of a harder one. So you try it, pause the video now. If you get a little bit of a different answer than me, that's okay. There are a couple different things that I would accept, but pause it and try it. Okay, what I'm thinking now is compatible numbers, right? So the way the book wants us to think about this is they want to think about what could I get this number to be here and this number to be here that can easily divide. So I'm looking at 27 and then I'm thinking over here, okay, I'd have to get this to be 90 really, which is really far off of what it is. But then if I look at this and I think, okay, what about 28? I don't know. This could be 70, right? So if I round this to 2800 or 2800, and then I divide it by 70, sorry for that line, I know that 28 divided by 7 is 4. And then I have cross out a 0, I have 1 0 left. So my answer would be 40. And I know that 70 times 40 is 2,800. All right, you can get started on the independent practice.